Now let's back up a month or so to a holiday that's more popular than ever, and this big bright orange gourd that's captivated us for generations. There are a few places in the Heartland where you can't find a busy roadside pumpkin stand when October rolls around. Jason found his in Iowa, and a family having so much fun that they have changed their entire way of farming.
It's my pumpkin.
Finding the perfect pumpkin isn't always easy for little trick-or-treaters.
That has a smiley face.
But at Center Grove Orchard in Cambridge, Iowa, the hunt is half the fun.
We have a corn maze, a hay maze, corn pool, lots of activities for kids, farm animals, one-room schoolhouse. We have a country store which we have fudge and apples and jams and jellies and cider and all the goodies you need.
Owner Steve Black has a word for this type of thing, agri-tainment. It's a once-a-year crush of thousands of visitors, a far cry from what this farmstead looked like 20 years ago.
We did a lot of just conventional farming, corn and beans and cattle and such.
In the 1980s, when Steve was just a young man, his parents decided to diversify their farm by planting apple trees.
We sold a lot of our row crop equipment, combine and planter and grain cart and all that stuff.
The daily management of this operation became Steve's responsibility after his father died in 1999. Each year, the farm has added more and more entertainment options. Most of the year, he's able to keep the farm going without a lot of help, but when the families start showing up in the fall, his sister DEANNA returns home from Ohio to help. You'll usually find her serving up homemade fudge in the country store.
You're back here for a few weeks, right, to help out on the farm?
Right. I came back. I live in Cleveland, Ohio, and I took a month off to come back to help Steve on the farm. We are getting busier, and the store is growing larger, so it was fun to come back and get out of the city and do something different, be back home.
That's got to be quite an experience for you, get out of the city and be back in the country.
It is a little culture shock, but I grew up here, and so it's nice to get back into my cowboy boots and jeans and t-shirts, and it's a good thing.
Farmers like Steve who turned to agri-tourism quickly learned that marketing and promotion are just as important as planning and picking. And when you're selling the farm experience, sometimes too much reality can be a bad thing. This year, rainy weather has kept folks away and made the grounds quite muddy.
This year we've been getting quite a bit of rain on the weekends, and it really shows how we have such a small window to capture our market. We spend all year round to produce apples. You only get 2 months or so to sell it, or less. Pumpkins even a shorter window, you know. We start planting those at the end of May, 1st of June, and you know, they ripen. It's about a 4 or 5 week window to do pumpkins as well.
Steve's efforts have paid off. The apples and pumpkins aren't the biggest source of income for this operation. It's actually the admission fees he charges for families and school groups.
You proud of your younger brother?
Very proud. Very proud.
And just like farmers across the Heartland, even in the middle of a busy harvest season, Steve is thinking about next year. Well, not what to plant, of course.
Like pumpkin slingshots, apple cannons, maybe some sort of wilderness truck ride through pastures of buffalo and elk, pedal carts, bigger slides, tire swings, more fun things for children to do.